Those new clean air rules are also known as the updates to the state's low carbon fuel standards, and the California Air Resources Board approved them days after the November election. Now, as we first reported earlier this week, California's Office of Administrative Law notified the board that the new rules do not meet state standards, specifically stating there's an issue with the clarity and that there was an incorrect procedure involved. Now, the low carbon fuel standard update specifically aims to cut transportation-related carbon emissions in California by 30% within the next 5 years. And that puts new cost pressures on the oil and gas industry. CARB has acknowledged the industry will likely pass those costs on to consumers at the gas pump, but ahead of their vote, refused to say or analyze just by how much. Now, we don't know why the Office of Administrative Law blocked this from going into effect specifically. As of right now, we are still waiting for the OAL to release its letter detailing what exactly is wrong with the low carbon fuel standards. I'm told that letter is expected to be out by Tuesday of next week. Now, in a statement, CARB spokesman Dave Clegern said this was a routine disapproval on technical grounds, not on the merit of the regulation. He went on to say CARB anticipates receiving more information from OAL detailing its reasons for the decision soon. They went on to say, quote, "We will refine the language per OAL's guidance and resubmit for approval." Today, I interviewed Dean Flores, who was one of 2 CARB members to reject the updated low carbon fuel standards. Here's what he had to say in response to all of this.
It's rare. And so there's something in what we sent that did not match up to a point where this was actually stopped, a forced timeout, if you will. And I'm anxiously looking forward to getting what their prescription is to see if we can actually correct it, meet it in 120 days. No one knows what's going to be in that. It may just be technical, it may not. But I do know that it did cause a pause and a discussion once again on whether or not this was actually really good policy or whether or not we should be doing something completely different.
So again, we're still waiting on those full details from the Office of Administrative Law. I've been told there was an expectation it would be released by the end of business today. That does not seem to be the case at this point. But once CARB has that information, it will have 120 days to correct it. Any major changes will require public input. Lisa, back to you.